What is up, my people? It is Wednesday, hump day. I am just chilling on my couch. I had a great day, busy freaking day, full of meetings and collaborating. I'm collaborating today with the Fearless Mary. She is unbelievable coach that I have in my coaching. We have the same coach, and we are both learning and expanding, and she is absolutely incredible. We connect on a different level. So we want to just hop on together, chat, and yeah, so we're gonna chat about some stuff, and it's snowing out again. There's Mary.
Ah,
Hi, Mary. How's it
how's
going?
it going?
Oh, it's going.
How's your day?
Been crazy busy.
Yeah,
So is yours.
yeah, it's been a little bit can't you trying to hold on. I just finished my podcast for this Saturday.
Yay!
Yay!
Amazing. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
I'm stoked. Here, I'm gonna just put you up here.
Good.
Hold on, everybody. Sorry, I was not
That's
prepared.
okay.
There!
There we are. Perfect.
Hi!
Hi. Do you know what?
Hmm.
So, like I shared with you before that I use TikTok to make all of my content, like to film it, because it's so easy to edit. And then you can just download it and then I upload it onto all the other ones. Well, guess what?
What?
They're putting watermarks on it now, even before you post it, because you can post it and then download it, but then it has a watermark. But then I can upload it onto, I have ways around the system. I know how to work the system. But
Yeah.
then they started making it so when you download it, it puts a watermark. I'm like, those buggers, because now I can't upload it without my music. So, anyways, I'm like, I gotta show you my coffee cup. This is my coffee cup.
What is
Everything
it?
is figure outable. Yes, it is. I found the fucking loophole.
Right?
Yes, I just found it just
For
before we hopped on, so I'm so
like,
stoked. It's a lot of work,
is
but
it?
well, it's just an extra step that's unnecessary, but it's happening.
Yeah. I tried the TikTok, or as my husband calls it, the talk of the tick. So I tried the TikTok for the flower shop. I don't know. Maybe I could maybe try it because it's just face to camera for this. Right? Right?
Yeah, it's whatever. I just like it's easy to edit
Yeah.
on. Anyway, totally went off topic. I was just so pissed and I was like Googling it because, of course, I'm going to research the out
Yeah.
of it, right? I'm like, okay, I'm not the only person this is happening to. And then I was reading all the comments, and then this one person made a suggestion, and I hopped on that, and it worked. So I'm like, yes.
Oh my
So
God.
if you guys want to know what the secret sauce is, shoot me a DM, and I will
Really?
tell you. Oh yeah, it
Okay.
worked.
I will
They want the secret sauce. They have to DM me because I will tell them the secret of what worked. Anyhow, that's not for our clients. It's for our content people.
How's
Oh,
it going? Talk to me.
it's going good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's great. I have some exciting things coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything you can share?
Um, yes.
Tell me.
I am giving away four people how to visualize because people don't know how to visualize, and I am a huge visualizer. When I manifest, I play a story in my head, and you've done this before too, I believe. What did you
Mhm.
call it? Movie. What do you
Oh, it's a mind movie.
Mind movie. That's what you call it. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Visualizing a
Yeah.
movie scene in your head.
Yeah.
So I'm teaching four individuals. I'm giving them a one-on-one session on how to do this
Wow.
step by step because it's so powerful.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because I
When it
believe, yeah,
when are you doing that? Hmm.
right now,
Oh,
right now, the first four people that hop on get in on that. So
that's
yeah,
awesome.
yes,
Yay!
they get a one-on-one session. We go on Zoom and we chat, and I just help them walk through it, and they're gonna just start visualizing and make shit happen.
Right? I'm super excited for 2025.
Me too.
Like,
Me too.
actually, I was just talking. So the podcast I just recorded for this weekend. It's what does it mean to reinvent yourself? So, because I feel like everybody waits until January 1st and then 97% of people fall on their face by January 5th. So I was just kind of, well, it's true. I am not a New Year's resolution person. I think I've done it like twice in my life. And it was always for smoking because I was a smoker. I'm like,
Me
I'm going to quit
too.
smoking. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm like, I'm going to quit smoking. I'm
Yep.
going to do it. So, but I actually, tomorrow is 2 months without smoking, but it wasn't because of my New Year's resolution. It
So
was,
why did you quit?
well, obvious reasons, and actually, okay, my husband was a pack a day smoker. I didn't, he quit too. So it'll be 2 weeks for him Friday. Mine's on Thursday. I did the calculations. So I did the calculations as to how much money he was spending a month smoking. And as you know, he turns 50 in January.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm willing to pay for half of the trip, but the other half, you have to quit smoking so we can afford to go. Because it was ridiculous. It was something stupid, like $640 a month on cigarettes. Do you know how nice it is to not have to like make sure there's enough money to cover the bills at the end of the week because I'm not sure how many packs of cigarettes he's bought? Yeah. So yeah, it'll be 2 months. So now we get to go on our trip in February. So I'm very excited
Incredible.
about that.
That is incredible. I had this exact conversation with a coworker of mine. I've quit. It was October 8th, 2008 is when I had my last cigarette.
Good for you.
I was a hardcore smoker and I tried quitting so many times. I tried quitting for my boyfriend at the time. I tried quitting for 4 other people. You don't
quit for
quit
yourself
until you quit for yourself. Like same with diet and exercise. You can do it all you want for other people, but until you actually do it for yourself.
Yep.
Like when you're like, oh, I'm going to get in shape so then so-and-so will like me. No, it doesn't work that way.
No.
Until you do it for yourself. So I quit for myself because I wanted to get pregnant. That was why I quit. It's because I wanted to get pregnant. I wanted to have babies and I didn't want to put my body and my body and my baby in stress trying to quit before. So I just made that decision. It's like, what's more important, a baby or smoking?
Yeah.
So then I made that decision. So anyways, I was doing this with a coworker and we were figuring out, because he drinks heavily too, or ex-coworker, I guess. We don't work together anymore. He drinks heavily and we figured it out. It's like a mortgage payment. How much he is paying, like a whole mortgage payment between his cigarettes and his alcohol. I'm like, you could have a fucking nice house if you quit. Or like, imagine the life you could have if you didn't do that.
Did you know I paid off a credit card and my Jeep this month?
Crazy.
Because I didn't have to, any money that he would have put into cigarettes, I could put on bills.
Isn't that crazy?
Isn't that the wildest thing?
So you're making yourself healthier by making that decision. Plus you're living a better life now. It's not rocket science. Yeah.
And actually on my mind movie, my manifest, my journal, whatever you want to call it, one of them is becoming debt free. So like on the mind movie, you like put it all together, whatever. And it's actually like an eraser that's erasing the word debt on it. I know. And every time I pay something off, I'm like, because it's great. Like we've been together. Oh my God. I'm so bad.
What year?
I don't even know. 2002, 2001, 2003, 2003. So no, we've been together 22 years. Okay. He knows. I don't know. I'm the worst. Like this. So we've been together 22 years. We have both smoked. I've smoked since I was 15 years old.
Wow.
And I'm not a heavy smoker like he was. like he would do.
You weren't a heavy smoker.
I weren't. I wasn't.
I wasn't.
No, I was not. I could do like 3 or 4 with coffee in the morning and then have one after work, and I was good. So it wasn't crazy, but I figured it out how much money.
It'd be like, I would even want to know.
We could have paid
Why we
our house off.
like 2 times.
Oh my God, it was heartbreak. I actually felt sick to my stomach. So it's one of those things, you put it out there. It's like you teaching people how to manifest and do that stuff. You put it out there, but you still have to actually do the work, right? We were talking about this earlier.
Yeah. And it's like you don't even know how it's going to happen, because if you're aware, the opportunities are just going to come into you. Like I have this mind movie I play, and I'm holding this check for $250,000.
Yeah.
I don't even know. There's 2 signatures on it. I can see the check. I'm holding it. I can feel it in my hands. Like this is how detailed I go. I'm holding the check. I can feel it. I can see it. I can see there's 2 signatures. I can see the $250,000. I can see my name on it. I don't know where it's from. And I walk into the bank, my local bank. So I'm walking in there and I visualize everything. I visualize going in, sitting there, waiting for my accounts manager. I sitting in there having a coffee that I picked up at Urban Ground. Like I'm visualizing everything. And then even the feeling when she shows me the zero balance, and the feeling I feel when I walk out. Like I am so detailed. So now I'm going even further, where it's like, which camera view, which I explained in my visualization practice of what camera view. So then it's even more real, like everything. So it's like the feeling is the biggest part, and you don't have to know how it's going to happen, or you just need to be open to opportunities.
Well, and you have to start living like that's your life now. Isn't that part of it?
Yeah.
Like you actually have to start living your life like that.
Yeah. Like I know it's coming. I don't know when, but I know it's coming.
I love that. No, but
Like
I love
you have
that.
to expect it. Even like when my stupid little, like I do these tiny little manifestations all the time, like with that guy holding the jacket over for his woman. And I'm like, that's what I'm going to have. Like, I just expect that. That's what I'm going to have for my man, because that's what I want. That's how I want to be treated.
Yeah.
And 10 days later, it happened. So, like, that's what I mean. Like, when you expect it to happen, you know it's yours, and you know that's what you're going to get, it'll happen.
Yeah.
It's out there.
Well, it's just like how they talk about if you walk around, it's the energy you put out, right?
Yeah.
Like if you put out negative, horrible energy, like this is never going to work. I'm never going to be able, well, no, it's not.
Yeah.
Like
that's exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, straight out. Like it straight up. It's never going to happen for you. Like ever. Like I know at some point in my life, my podcast is going to be like, everybody's going to listen to it at some point once it gets to that point. So I know that's a thing. I know what's going to happen. I don't know when, but I know what's going to happen. It's wild. It's been a crazy year. Has your year been as crazy as mine?
Yeah, it's been a blur.
Right?
You always give thumbs up.
I think it's because I accidentally do this.
Maybe.
Wait, let's see if we can do the fireworks. I did it the other day.
Ooh.
I don't know. Anyways.
I don't either. Maybe you had your lighter ripping up.
Right.
So even last night, this is like how it comes to me so easily. Last night, my daughter had her band concert at the high school, and we drove up and there was parking like ridiculous. We're driving around and I expect parking all the time, and there was none. I'm like, I always get parking. Like, what the hell? I always get it. Like, this is crazy. Anyways, my daughter's like, just drop me off at the door because I gotta get going. I'm like, yep, I'll drop you off at the door. So I dropped her off, and then all of a sudden we saw this vehicle pulling out. I'm like, of course, there's my spot.
Right.
So I went and I pulled in, and it was perfect parking. I'm like, oh, I should back in because then it's easier to get out, because if it's chaos after the thing, right? So I was trying to back out, but the way the vehicles are parked, it was like, this is not happening.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I wish I could back in. So anyways, I'm like, oh, whatever, this is good enough. So I pulled back into the spot, parked, looked in my rearview mirror. The vehicle behind me was backing out and leaving.
Shut up.
I'm not kidding you. So I backed into their spot, and I was even that much closer to the front door.
Oh my gosh. Right?
This is how I fucking live. Like this is what happens for me. Because I was like, it would be nice if I could, back in. And it wasn't working out. I'm like, I just was like, whatever. And then yeah, that vehicle backed. I'm like, I can't even make this shit up.
See, but this is the thing. It's the small wins, right? Like, it's the small win. It doesn't have to be. Listen, if I could manifest winning the lottery, I totally would do that. But I, yeah, I'm happy with the small wins. Like, I actually am. I'm super happy with them.
You know what the thing is with the lottery?
Everybody
Like
is.
a lot of the thing is people that win it, they lose it right away. Why
Yeah,
is that?
because they blow it.
Why is that?
Because they don't plan for it. They
Why
didn't.
is that?
I don't know.
Because they're
Why?
not that person that has that kind of money. They aren't being that person. They're not at
Oh.
that vibration level that can handle that kind of money. That's why.
Yeah.
That's
It's so.
because they're like, I don't even know what to do with this money. So then they get rid of it because they don't know what to do with it because they're not at that level of like they're still at the scarcity level, right?
Yeah.
Whereas there's
Oh.
people that yeah, that's why they say people that win the lottery will blow it because they don't know, they're not at that level of consciousness to know what to do with that kind of money. Whereas if you earn the money and it comes to you effortlessly, you're being that person that receives that money. You
Yeah.
leveled yourself up and you're accepting it. There are people that have won the lottery. I'm not going to say that all people are like, there are people that have won the lottery, but what they do is I know this one guy specifically, he sent it out to his family members. He created connections with lost family. So he's enriching his life still,
Yeah.
but what's happening is he's enriching it by fulfilling other people's needs, desires, and he's giving rather than just blowing it on a house, vacations, whatever, all that shit that doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Like if your house was to burn down, it'd all be gone. You know what I mean? Whereas he's enriching his life. He's giving people other opportunities. So he's not blowing it because what's going to happen is they're giving him something in return for it.
That's awesome.
Right?
So crazy. My aunt actually won the lottery um, years ago. Years ago. Her work group won it in Ontario. And then so they all had to split it like however many ways or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And she helped out her boys and then paid off her house. Like it wasn't like tens of millions of dollars, but it was enough money to like get her situated. She just is living her best life.
Yeah.
She
Amazing.
comes out here and visits like the boys and stuff, like her grandkids. And yeah, she does bowling and bowling, golf, darts. She has her own little. She still lives in the same house. Like it's not, but she was able to make it that her life was just a bit easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's that saying, the rich get richer.
Yeah.
The reason for it is because rich people take their money and they reinvest it into something that'll make them more money.
Yes.
Like they buy multiple businesses or they invest it in something. Like they invest their money to make more money.
Yeah.
That's why the rich get richer.
Yeah.
And the
but
poor people just pay their bills and live day to day.
Yeah. But the rich people, how fulfilled are they?
Some of them are super
Some
fulfilled.
of
No, exactly.
some of them are on their fifth divorce.
Yeah.
I know a few of them.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
So where I'm just like, why?
But that's just a limiting belief that people might have. Just because you have money. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just you know what I mean? You can't have that belief system embedded because it's like you're capping yourself at I can't make this much money because then I'm going to be a rich person and then I'm going to be unhappy. You can be happy. You
Oh,
can
yeah.
be living a life of fulfillment. Depends on what you do with it.
Yeah.
Man, like you should see my journal. It's filled of all the stuff I'm going to do, like creating a youth initiative program, helping kids.
Yeah.
Helping kids is huge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, got to make money so that I can start to implement all these things into my life to fulfill my heart's desire to help all these kids. because they're a freaking generation coming up, right?
Yeah.
Anyhow,
No,
but
I get it. Hey, there's plans for me. I want to help people that have MS,
mm-hmm.
like actually help them, like not just drive them to doctor's appointments, like actually help them.
Yeah,
But you need money to be able to do that.
yeah,
Like you do and you don't. But for what I want to do, I need the money to be
yeah,
able to do rehab and stuff. So, because we don't get anything for free, the government doesn't help us, right?
yeah,
So,
yeah.
oh, trust me. There's so much stuff in the works between the two of
I
us.
know,
Man, if somebody was
I
to
know.
do a deep dive into our brains, they would be exhausted.
I know. I even had a faculty meeting today, and we were ripping off stuff, and I brainstorming. I unmuted myself and I went blah, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I just had a download and I just had to let it out so that you can all hear, and then we can go from there.
Yeah,
Because when I get downloads, it's just like this creative stuff is just flowing, and I have to get it out because otherwise what do I do with it, right? Like it's just so much information. I usually journal or voice memo or whatever, but I was on this meeting and it was just happening, and I'm like, I need to get this out.
oh my,
And then from there, we all just brainstormed and we elaborated. It was fantastic. Yeah,
right? Well, because you're allowing other people to be creative in the conversation instead of it just being this structure as to people do a lot better when they're able to be creative, even if it's like not making music or something like that. But if they actually get to use their creative part of their brain, even if it's for different ways to do paperwork or whatever, I don't know what faculty meeting you had. So I'm just putting it out there as an
yeah,
example, right? Like it's actually really great way to get to know people,
yeah.
like how they think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you probably know these people like the back of your hand.
Yeah.
So,
Well, where I'm part of the School of Humankind. It's people from all over the world, and yeah,
wow.
it's incredible. It just got established this past
Yeah.
year, and they're getting people all over the place with different skills, and we are just trying to make a difference in the world.
That's
And
awesome.
yeah, like, so we have a website called schoolofhumankind.com, and you can go on there. There's free courses and people can hop on webinars. It's amazing. It's amazing. There's so many talented individuals. There's somebody about parenting in there, relationship coaching, blueprint coaching. My friend is from Saskatoon. She's one of the founders. She is an engineer, so she's trying to help all these engineers, um,
I'm looking
like with
it
their
up.
mindset. Oh yeah. And then there's a intuitive art teacher, John. He's a brilliant man. There's so many cool people. So anyways, and like every twice a week they have a live um or a webinar thing to hop on to. So we each
That's
teach something.
amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty
So,
cool. So
so
we
it's free?
um well, some of the webinars are free, absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Now, way to
I
go.
know.
Something else for me to dive into.
I
Oh,
know, but
oh,
we're just coaches and mentors and entrepreneurs that are all getting together and just trying to like make this world a better place. And have we were just talking we were ripping off different ways how we can get our reach out there, right? And how we live a glorious fucking life. Like I live a glorious fucking life. It's
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
I that's why I want to share this with everybody else. That's why I want to teach people how to do this.
I love that. How
Do,
long have you been coaching?
a couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah, really heavy into it this past year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's
awesome.
it's so
But you've
awesome.
always been like this? You've always been living like this awesome life?
No, no.
So when did that take a turn?
In 2012, I was ready to end it all.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah, it was not good. I was in my loneliest, deepest, darkest hole. I was at home by myself because my husband at the time worked constantly. I felt alone. I had two little babies with me, like two little girls, and I was just so lonely. I was devastated, and I was ready to end it all. I'm like, my life would be better off without, like, I don't want to be here anymore. And then what changed
Wow.
do it. Like, I even had a plan. I knew how I was
Oh,
going to do it and everything.
you were like
I was,
there. Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, I was going to drop them off at the babysitters, and then I was going to head down the highway, hit a semi so that he wouldn't get hurt, but I would be done. Like, that was the plan. It was, yeah. Yeah. And then I thought, who the hell is going to take care of my kids?
Yeah.
He's not home. He's working hard to provide for us. So how would, like, who's going to take care of them?
Yeah.
I'm not here to take care of them. So that's what stopped it. I was like, they need their mom.
Yeah.
They need their mom
1,000%.
to be there on their first day of school, because my kids were little. They need their mom for the first day of school. They need their mom for their first everything, their first period, their first crush, their first date, everything. They're married, like everything. They need their mom.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, I need to turn this around. So guess what? I had to start taking care of myself. So that's what happened is I started doing diet and exercise, went and saw a doctor, got on some meds, took some counseling. Like, I went into counseling. She actually got me on the meds. My doctor got me on, and yeah. And then I became a personal trainer because my body was changing and I was feeling so good about myself. I became a personal trainer because I wanted to help other people, but then I didn't realize it's this.
Yeah.
It's all in here. And I managed to get off the antidepressants with my doctor's help. Because I'm like, I don't want to live in comatose, because that's what it does. It just numbs you. And I'm like, I want to live an abundant life. I don't want to live like this anymore. So then I got off my antidepressants and I started learning about coaching. I hired coaches and did the work.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is freaking amazing.
Yeah.
The life I'm living now. And I was manifesting already. Like, I was manifesting things already, but you don't even realize you're doing it, because we manifest all the time, right?
Okay.
So once I learned how to intentionally manifest and bring things into my life, that's when things started changing.
That's super interesting. So how did you learn how to do that? You took courses and stuff?
Yeah, like my coaches.
Yeah.
Coaches. I've had coaches.
Yeah.
Just like what I do, basically.
Yeah.
So and just filling myself with positive affirmations, positive people in my life. I lost a lot of people, but they're toxic, and they were where I was at. So if you want a different life, you have to start removing the bad stuff out. And that means the internal work too. You got to remove all that bad stuff out, right?
Yeah.
The bad belief systems, the limiting beliefs, all that gross yuck stuff.
Yeah.
It's not fun, but to be where I'm at, you got to do it. It's so freaking amazing, though.
It's so great when you get to the end of it. You're not even at the end of it. But like, it's so great when you get there. I know. I was even, oh, sorry. Why am I saying sorry? I didn't kick you. I kicked the stand. I was even saying today, I feel like life is a book, and every step you take is a chapter. And I feel like I'm in the middle of my book where it starts getting good and juicy.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like, that's what I feel. That's where I'm at right now. I feel like I'm in the good and juicy part. And I'm only halfway through my book.
Right?
Yeah.
It's so amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what we both do next year. Like, this year coming.
I know. It's so exciting.
I'm excited for our clients. I'm excited for everybody. Really, I am. Yeah. If there's one thing that I could do for Christmas, and I put a wish out there, is that everybody just be more kind to themselves. Not necessarily everybody around you, but just be more kind to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's it's the hardest person to be kind to.
Yep. I actually just had a post show up, like, that I made a year ago. You know how they do the year, whatever. And it was talking about who makes you happy. And it should be you, because it's nobody else's responsibility, and nobody else can do it. No. Because if they are doing it, that means you're seeking external validation.
Yeah.
Which means that you can't be happy unless somebody else is feeding it to you. So when that spoon is gone, what happens? Yeah. You need to learn to feed yourself. Yeah.
And it's so crazy, because how can you, I don't know, I think we talked about this last week. How can you love other people and have happiness from other people in your life if you don't love yourself and you're not happy with yourself? You can't.
Exactly.
Yeah. You can't.
No.
And it's a whole thing.
You can't even accept it either.
No.
Because that was the thing. I hated flowers. I hated receiving flowers. I hated what else
You're
was
breaking
there that I hated?
my heart right
I
now
know.
saying that.
It's crazy. I
Yeah.
know. It's crazy. But do you know what the thing is? I didn't feel worthy of them.
Yeah.
I didn't feel worthy of receiving them. I didn't feel worthy of, like, there was something else too that I didn't like, which I absolutely love now. Baths. I hated baths.
Really?
And now I love them because I couldn't take the time for myself to do it. And
Yeah.
now I crave them. And like, I have flowers on my table right now.
Yeah.
It's so funny because if you don't, it's like, I want those people to think about what are those things that they hate. Why do they hate them? Is it because they feel
Yeah.
unworthy of it?
I hate compliments.
There you go. See?
I'm getting much better. I'm getting much better. But my husband is like the compliment king.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, stop. I'm like, I don't just, and
Way.
I don't know. Well, I do know.
Yeah, you do.
We won't get into that, but I do know. I do know. I do know. But I'm actually getting much, much better. Like I'm actually like he'll say some, and I'm like thank you, because I had to train myself to say thank you instead of don't. Like or okay. That was always my response. Okay, with the eye roll. Yeah.
That was another thing too, is I used to deflect compliments.
Yeah.
Devalue them. Like somebody would say something and then I'm like, oh, I got this at whatever. Like
Yes.
I would devalue their compliment, which is a backhand slap to them. They're saying it for a reason.
Yeah.
They wouldn't say it if they didn't mean it. So I'm giving them
Yeah.
a backhanded slap by deflecting it or devaluing their compliment. So I've learned to accept it because they're saying it for a reason. Just because when like even when I give a compliment, I truly mean it. And some people it takes a lot of courage to actually say it. So when I backhand slap it back to them, that's going to hold it back to them and they're not going to do it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. It's wild.
I
Like
know.
it's so crazy when you think about it. Like
It all
it,
intertwined.
it's just I'm just sitting here, I'm doing this right now. Because I just all of the compliments in my life that people have given me that I've just been my response was I have no idea why I always felt the nerve to tell people or felt the urge to tell people where I got something.
I know. Because
Who
you're deflecting
cares?
it.
Yeah.
I know.
Who cares if
Because
you
you're
got it at Value
deflecting it.
Village?
You don't, I know, you don't want attention on you. So you're deflecting it.
Yeah. So I'm trying really hard to not do that because I'm a glasses person. I love glasses because I have to wear them all the time. So my old pair, I just got these ones and I got another pair. But my old pair, people used to be all the time, I love your glasses. They were so cool. And my response would always be, oh, thanks, I got them at Costco. Who gives a shit if I got them at Costco? Who gives a shit? Right? Like, they don't, unless they're like, where did you get them? Okay, well, I got them at Costco. But so what? Who cares? As far as they know, you flew them in from Italy. Shut your face and just
I
say
know.
thank you.
I know.
I love it. Oh my goodness.
Accept it and
Yeah.
love it because they're saying it for a
Yeah.
reason. Because
100%.
that's what I teach people too is like, if you see something in someone that you like, say it. Because that's building up
Yeah.
your confidence, your courage, your resilience. So it's building you up. Plus, it's helping that other person out too. Because
Yeah.
it's building up their confidence, their self worth. But if
Yeah.
they deflect it, then it's just getting slapped back at you. You know what I mean? So it's a
Yeah.
two-way street. When you start accepting compliments, you're helping that other person out too.
That's crazy. I never thought of it that way. Now I have to think of it that way.
You're helping that other person out because when you shut them down, then they're not going to do anymore.
See, I learned something. I love days where I learn something.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Thanks. I appreciate it. I didn't know that. I had no idea. That's crazy.
I made a reel about that too, even. I make reels about shit. And that's probably why people don't get it because I just go off rants about stuff. Like, it'll come to my head like a download and I'll make, oh, that's juicy content and I'll make a reel and people are like, what the fuck? What does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with manifesting? But it all comes into circle.
Yeah.
You're building up your self-confidence, and then you're building up that courage to talk to someone. And guess what? Maybe you say a compliment to that person, and then you start a conversation. And then all of a sudden they tell you what they do, and it's like, holy shit, that's on my manifesting list.
Yeah.
Oh, that's how that works, people. That's how
Yeah.
this works. Because if you would have just kept that compliment to yourself and never said anything, you would have never known who that person was, what they do, and you missed an opportunity. Gone.
That's crazy. You know, well,
I
no,
told you,
and
I'm a manifesting queen.
no, it's so good though, because I won't lie, I don't love networking events. I don't love them. I don't like to do them. And everybody's like, well, why don't you like to do them? Um, I don't like to do them because most of the time, the ones that we have here, they're not people that I don't know. They're just not, I like the
Lens.
women. What's that?
Lens then.
Yeah. And the thing is I won't lie. I just don't like them. I don't like being in a room where I don't know anybody. It's like a thing. I don't
Oh.
like it. I like to at least know one person. Well, even if I don't know you, if I know you, like if I just like recognize your face or something, I'm like, yeah, okay. Like I can be here, whatever. I don't love them. And you, you saying that makes me want to do like a women's networking. We are doing one. We're doing one in
Yeah.
January, right? Like,
Yeah.
but it's so crazy. You know what it is? I know what it is. I don't like doing them. One, I don't like people. I hate when people look at me. Listen, I have trauma, but I don't like when people look at me. I don't like it. And I don't like being put on the spot. And I feel like when you go to those sort of things, that kind of happens.
Mm-hmm.
And you only end up talking to like one or two people when you're there. But if you think about it, one or two people is more people than no people.
And you know what? The universe draws the right people to you.
Yeah.
Like you're drawn to somebody. Like I was at a networking thing. It was what was it? Tours in Saskatchewan was hosting this event, and I went. It was a 2-day event. I paid to go, and there was this girl there, this woman that was 2 or 3 tables down from me. I was instantly, I'm like, I need to talk to her. I don't know what it was about her. She had a vibe. I'm like, I need to talk to her. The next day I sat at her table, and guess what? We're friends now. I go visit her down in East End. She'll come up here. She has an amazing business. We collab all the time together. We became friends. Yeah.
What?
Like the universe will put these people in your place, but you have to be completely aware of your surroundings. Look at these people and feel the energy. I believe in energy, and I believe that you get attracted to people by some way, even if it's just something about that person that you find attractive of some kind. Like it's not
Yeah.
like sexual
No.
attraction. It's just like you find something appealing about them that intrigues your interest. You need
Yeah.
to talk to them. You need to be courageous and do it because there's a reason for it.
Yeah. Well, look at us.
I know. I
We've
know.
never actually even physically met each other.
I know. You
It,
know how many friends I have online that I've never met in person? It's insane. But I feel like we're the bestest friends ever.
yeah, I feel like I met you like 15 years ago. Isn't that crazy? I know. I'm excited to see you in
Me
January. I'm not gonna
too.
lie. Oh my God, that's like next month.
I know. It's like a month away. Oh, exactly a month
That's
today.
amazing. Oh,
So
hello.
exciting. We're going to rock and roll, and we're going to learn and expand and be better
And do
coaches.
all the things. I'm very excited.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
I gotta go. Thanks for
I
the
was happy to
coffee.
chat. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was awesome. We'll do
it
this
was so
again.
good. Yeah, next week. Yeah.
Perfect.
Kate,
Cool.
I'm on. I have to go get my husband. His car is at the shop.
Mm.
Yay.
I have a evening of band again tonight, so
Oh, enjoy it while you can because
I
you
sure
know
do.
what? It's so crazy. My son is a dancer, and this past year he's done because he's 18. He graduated, whatever. And for a few years, I was like, oh God, it's competition season. Oh.
Mm.
I'm so sad there's no competition season this year,
Aw.
right?
Yeah,
So enjoy it.
I will. And do
Enjoy
you know
it.
what? I was that one parent that just sat there and embraced the moment rather than hiding behind my screen videotaping it.
Yeah.
I just sat there and I could literally, because music, frequency, I'm a geek. Such a geek when it comes to this stuff. Music is frequency.
Yeah.
And I literally could feel my vibration levels heightening.
Yeah.
Like I could feel it.
Yeah.
It's incredible. And I was present in the moment. I was enjoying it. I was embracing it. So it was amazing. While these other parents are holding their screens, like video recording and missing the whole thing. Oh, there's my thumbs
Yeah.
up.
You got one. Look it. We're
Yes.
learning. I don't know how you did it. I have no idea.
Okay, I'll let you go.
Okay, buddy. I will talk to you soon. Have a
You,
great week.
you too.
Okay.
Ciao, people.
Bye.